Shalom. Call Halal Allah Yahweh by Shema Shah, which means all praises to Yahweh, which is the true name of the Heavenly Father, who you people out there ignorantly call God, by Hashem, in the name of Yahweh Shah, which is the name of the only begotten Son, who you people ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Those are the true names of the Heavenly Father and the Son, Yahweh by Shema Shah. Also, I just want to give a shout out to the Akim that's pushing and spreading this word throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom to you, Akim, as well, who's also uplifting the names Yahweh by Shema Shah. Also to the Israelite foreigners, the speckled bird, man, woman, and child, whose bloodline traces back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, our forefathers, though you may look like the heathen nations you're scattered amongst, the heathen nations being the nations you see starting from 2 on down. Those are the heathen nations. Also, if your lineage, your seed line goes back to these tribes right here through the man, and if his spirit bear witness with this word and this truth, and you can receive it to the speckled bird, man, woman, and child, if this does apply to you, you are Israelites, though you may look like the heathen nations due to the scattering of these people on this chart right here. Okay? So you're gonna have Israelites that look like the heathen nations. And to you few Aqua, for you sisters that do listen and learn, Shalom. To the elect of the nation of Israel, wherever you may be scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, who his word is going out to, Shalom to you as well. To you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you could bond, consist, and make up this whole tribes of Israel. You are the Hebrew Israelites, the chosen people of the Most High Yahweh and His only begotten Son, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ Yahweh Shah. It's got a clip, and I'm gonna get the scriptures. Yahweh Ratazah. This is edifying, and it just shows you that Esau, he doesn't care about the people that so-called serve this country. But I'm gonna play a portion of this video, then I'm gonna get the scriptures.
We're here in Los Angeles. You're homeless, living in a tent. Tell me about it.
Well, I became homeless 3 years ago. I'm a cancer survivor. I went through cancer through treatment for 7 months. I was diagnosed with lymphoma at a late third stage cancer, which very little hope of remission, very, very slim. But thank God, after 7 months of really hard treatment, I was able to recover and became cancer-free.
Now, how did you end up homeless?
Well, I lost my job, lost my house, and then I ended up having to move in with my parents. And because of the amount of people that were living at the house, the manager would not allow us to be there, so I had to leave. And I had to leave my kids there with them.
Now, is that because of your health crisis?
In the apartment, the management was like, I was not in the contract at that time.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't allow an extra, and if I stayed, it would be an extra like $600 a month that my family had to pay. So.
Yeah. So I just was wondering, did your cancer and your health crisis play a role in?
Of course, that's what brought. Basically, that's how I ended up losing my job, because I had a chemo and radiation together as a combo, so the treatment was very aggressive, so that I had missed work to the point where I couldn't stay working. My health just got worse. Yeah. Because even though cancer was gone, my immune system was really, really deteriorated.
Now, you are also a veteran.
Yes, I was in the Army for 4 years.
Now, isn't there any help? I understand there's a push to get veterans off the streets.
There's a VA, and I mean, there's just my way of thinking. I haven't gone because of my situation. Once I became homeless, I became a drug addict, and I just feel that there's veterans that really need the money, and I didn't feel right about taking that money that belongs to people that really need it, just because of bad decision that I made. So I decided, until I got out of this situation, that I will actually get my benefits and just leave somebody that really needs them.
So did you start doing drugs when you ended up on the...
So there it is, man. Okay? And this look like she could be an Israelite from she could be a Northern Kingdom from Issachar. She either could be Issachar or she could be Zebulun. I believe she's Issachar though. Okay? And that's not the only, because I looked up when the veterans, the homeless veterans, and it's millions of veterans, and it's not just it's not just that the homeless thing with the veterans is you got a lot of veterans, they're killing themselves, they're committing suicide, okay, and nothing is really being done about it, okay, considering Esau. Bear with me real quick. I believe it's Sirach 26. Bear with me real quick. Yep, it was Sirach 26. This is Sirach 26 and 28. It says, there be two things that grieve my heart, and the third maketh me angry. A man of war that suffereth poverty, and a man of understanding that are not set by, and one that returneth from righteousness to sin. The Lord prepared such and one for the sword. Okay? You heard, a man of war, right? A soldier, what you would deem a soldier that suffered poverty. Okay? And this Israelite, okay, right here, okay, as an example of that. And then you even have Edomites, that's poor and broke. Okay? Hold on. See, look. I type homeless veteran. Look at all these people. He had cancer too, right there, you see. Okay? I just read it. The Lord, that's one of the things the Lord hates, man. Okay? Because if you go back, this is Numbers 31. I'm going to read Numbers 31 and 1. It says, and the Lord spake on the... Actually, real quick. Actually, I'm gonna get Numbers, that example. This is Numbers 31, and I'll start at the first verse. Actually, it's gonna be kind of lengthy, and I gotta make it quick because I'm on a time period. It says, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, avenge the children of Israel of the Midianites. And the Midianites, they were what? They were Ishmael. Okay, this is what you people see as the so-called Muslims. Okay, Ishmael. Okay, they had us in captivity at this time. Afterwards shall thou be gathered unto thy people. And Moses spake unto the people, saying, arm some of yourselves unto the war, and let them go against the Midianites and avenge the Lord of Midian. Of every tribe 1,000 throughout all the tribes of Israel shall send to the war. So they would deliver out of the thousands of Israel 1,000 of every tribe, 12,000 armed for war. And Moses sent them to war, 1,000 of every tribe, them and Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the priest, to the war with the holy instruments and the trumpets to blow in his hand. And they warred against the Midianites as the Lord commanded Moses, and they slew all the males, and they slew the kings of Midian, beside the rest of them that were slain, namely Evi and Rechem and Zer, Hur, and Reba, 5 kings of Midian. Baalim also the son of Beor they slew with the sword. And the children of Israel took all the women of Midian captives, and their little ones, and took the spoil of all their cattle and all their flocks and all their goods. And they burnt all their cities wherein they dwelt, and all their goodly castles with fire. And they took all the spoil and all the prey, both of men and of beasts. And they brought the captives and the prey and the spoil unto Moses and Eleazar the priest, and unto the congregation of the children of Israel, unto the camp of the plains of Moab, which are by Jordan near Jericho. And Moses and Eleazar the priest and all the princes of the congregation went forth to meet them without the camp. And Moses was wroth with the officers of the host, with the captains over thousands and captains over hundreds, which came from the battle. And Moses said unto them, Have ye saved all the women alive? Behold, these caused the children of Israel through the counsel of Baalim to commit trespass against the Lord in the matter of Peor, and there was a plague among the congregation of the Lord. Now therefore kill every male among the little ones, and kill every woman that have known man by lying with them. Okay? But all the women children that have not known a man by lying with them, keep alive for yourselves, the virgins, okay? Because they haven't been defiled with the man. Okay? It says, And do ye abide without the camp 7 days? Whoso concubines, I forgot to mention too. It says, And do ye abide without the camp 7 days? Whosoever have killed any person, whosoever have touched any slain, purify both yourselves and your captives on the 3rd day and on the 7th day. And purify all your raiment, all that is made of skins, and all work of goat's hair, and all things made of wood. And Eleazar the priest said unto the men of war which went to the battle, This is the ordinance of the law which the Lord commanded Moses, only the gold and the silver and the brass, the iron, the tin, and the lead, everything that thou may abide the fire, ye shall make it go through the fire, and it shall be clean. Nevertheless, it shall be purified with the water of separation, and all that abideth not the fire shall ye make go through the water. And ye shall wash your clothes on the 7th day, and ye shall be clean afterward, ye shall come into the camp. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Take the sum of the prey that was taken, both of man and of beast, thou and Eleazar the priest, and the chief fathers of the congregation, and divide the prey into 2 parts, between them that took the war upon them, who went out to the battle, and between all the congregation. Okay? Basically, they're going to divide, the spoils, right? Let me keep going. And levy a tribute unto the Lord of the men of war, which went out to battle, 1 soul of 500, both of the persons, and of the beeves, and of the asses, of the sheep. And take it on their half, and give it unto Eleazar the priest for an heave offering of the Lord. And of the children of Israel's half, thou shalt take 1 portion of 50 of the persons, of the beeves, of the asses, of the flocks, all manner of beasts. Give them unto the Levites, which keep the charge of the tabernacle of the Lord. And Moses and Eleazar the priest did as the Lord commanded Moses. And the booty being the rest of the prey, which the men of war had caught, was 600,000 and 70,000 and 5,000 sheep, and threescore and 12,000 beeves, and threescore and 1,000 asses, and 32,000 persons in all, of women that had not known man by lying with them. And the half, which was the portion of them that went out to war, was in number 300,000 and 30,000 and 500 sheep. And the Lord's tribute of the sheep was 600,000, 603 and 15. And the beeves were 30 and 6,000, of which the Lord's tribute was 3 and 12. And the asses were 30,000 and 500, of which the Lord's tribute was 3 and 1. And the persons were 16,000, of which the Lord's tribute was 30 and 2 persons. And Moses gave the tribute, which was the Lord's heave offering, unto Eleazar the priest, and as the Lord commanded Moses. And the children of Israel's half, which Moses divided from the men that warred. Now the half that pertained unto the congregation was 300,000 and 30,000 and 7,000 and 500 sheep, and 30 and 6,000 beeves, and 30,000 asses, and 500 and 6,000 persons. Even that the children of Israel's half, Moses took 1 portion of 50, both of the man and beast, and gave them unto the Levites, which kept the charge of the tabernacle of the Lord, as the Lord commanded Moses. Okay? And I'm going to skip down a few verses because it's kind of lengthy. It says in the 51st verse, and it says, And Moses and Eleazar the priest took the gold of them, all wrought the jewels, and all the gold of the offering that they offer up to the Lord, of the captains of thousands and of the captains of hundreds, was 16,750 shekels. For the men of war had taken spoil, every man for himself. So they took, the spoils for themselves, man. Okay? That's how you did in the ancient world, man. A man of war, when he got back, he got land, okay? And he got those different spoils of war, as I read in this, okay? From the nation that they conquered and they took down, okay? But you don't see that same thing with Esau, Okay, Esau Edom, who is the so-called white man. Okay, he'll push, on your news, on the TV, to join his military, be all you can be, defend his country, you go over there and do it, okay? Then what happens? You come back, you probably, you missing a limb, you lost a leg or an arm or whatever injury you received from the war, okay? And you'll get benefits, but it will only go so far. Then what happens? You see this. This is what you see. Homeless veterans, okay? You see things like this. They suffer poverty, which the Lord hates, as I read in Sirach 26 to 28 verse, man. Okay? And while the elites, okay, the wicked elites, okay, they receive the riches from that war. They receive all the spoils, but they don't divide it for their soldiers. Okay? This is Sirach 13. Yep, I started 1. It says, he that toucheth pitch shall be defiled therewith, and he that have fellowship with a proud man shall be like unto him. And that's what Esau is, a proud man. Okay, you Edomites are proud, man. You just had Trump get on the just do a State of Union address, and he was just straight proud, man. He is the face of the Edom, of the nation of Edom, man. Okay, and you got that pride, them being prideful. They don't believe that they're going to be taken down. They don't believe that they could ever be taken down. And that's been pushed on to you average day Americans, okay, including a majority of our people, okay? That's why our people join this military, because they don't believe America's military, okay, will ever be taken down or defeated, okay? Burden not thyself above thy power while thou livest, and have no fellowship with one that is mightier and richer than thyself. But how agree the kettle and the earthen pot together? For if the one be smitten against the other, it shall be broken. The rich man have done wrong, yet he threateneth withhold. The poor is wrong, and he must entreat also. Okay, the rich man is the Edomites. Okay, it says, if thou be for his profit, he will use thee. But if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee, man. Okay, you get wounded in war. Okay, you come back from the war. They don't need you no more. Okay, they don't give a shit about you, man. You just homeless out there, man. They don't care. If thou have anything, he will live with thee. Yeah, he will make thee bear and will not be sorry for it. If he have need of thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee and put thee in hope, right? And will speak thee fair and say, what wantest thou? Okay? These soldiers fought for America. They'll give you like a shield or a star on your, they'll give you that little pin, okay, to show that you served, okay? Once that's over, then what? And he will shame thee by his meats until he have drawn thee dry twice or thrice. At the last he will laugh thee to scorn afterward. When he seeth, he will forsake thee and shake his head at thee. Okay? That's what Esau does, man. Because it all comes down to greed. Okay? Basically, he'll use his soldiers to go over there, to rape, rob, and murder. When he's done with that, he doesn't need you no more, man. Okay? This is why Sirach 12, the 10th verse on down, tells you to never trust thy enemies. It's speaking to you Israelites, because you got a lot of Israelites, especially a lot of Israelite women in this man's military system. Okay? Let me see. Bear with me real quick. Yeah, I just get this. This is good. It's Proverbs 15 and 27. He that is greedy of gain trouble of his own house, but he that hateth gifts shall live. And that's what Esau is. He's greedy of gains, man. Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, say he can never be satisfied. This man has the fatness of the earth right now, and he's still not satisfied. He's still greedy, man. They hog all the resources and the wealth to themselves. And I'm speaking of these wicked elites, okay? The Rothschilds and all them on down, man. Okay? But it's gonna come back on them, man. This is bear with me. Yep, this is Proverbs 22 and 16. I'm gonna end it right here. It says, he that oppresseth the poor, you Edomites, to increase his riches, okay? And he that giveth to the rich shall surely, okay, come to want, okay? Once, like I said earlier, once they win these so-called wars and they, go through with their agenda and taking another nation down, okay, what do those riches go to? It goes to the elites, okay? They're profiting off your death. They're profiting, okay, off these wars, man. Just like this Third World War that's about to come up, okay? They're going to profit off that, but it's not going to work this time because Yahweh Shema Shah is going to step in, okay? He's going to take them out, okay? But these elites, they about to go from being the richest to the poorest, man. They're going to be the ones wanting in that time, man. Okay? So, that was it. It was just a real quick lesson. Call her Lord La Yahweh by Shema Shah. Shalom to the elect. Baba Gasha, Abba Babo, Abba Babo, Abba Ha Ayabia, Abba Ha Ayabia. Kwam Yasharala. Shalom to the elect.